Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Sinful Sunday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, along with an MPAA rating this time, a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free. And if you decide you can help support Matt's Movie Mania like Chris Laura did. I am very thankful for the donation that you gave us at Matt's Movie Mania. It definitely will go towards anything that you decide that goes towards improving my channel. Now, with all that said in mind and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's is a very interesting one. It came out back in 2019. It is rated R and runs at about an hour and 37 minutes. And that's including the credits when I say that. I always watch through the credits because I'm a huge nerd. But that is neither here nor there. What exactly is this movie about? Well, it is about this middle-class family that moves to a nice house in the suburbs. It looks like somewhere really nice in California. I can't remember exactly which town this was filmed in, but it was filmed in California, just to let you know. But they move into this house that has a dark secret. And in this house, there has been many a resident. The original residents tore down the original house, left the basement, and the husband of the house, the owner of the house, he fell and died to his death down the stairs into the basement. The next residence, the wife was taken away, and the husband relocated for a job because the wife was basically taken away to a insane asylum type place because she was possibly possessed as well. Now, they do not tell this to the Ryan family when they are moving in. They just tell them that they moved along because they relocated because of the husband finding a new job in a new location. That is all that they have told them. Now, shortly while they are moving in, which, by the way, they have the most handiest moving company I have ever heard of. They not only move your stuff for you, they also do house inspections, they do home repairs, and they also do pest and rodent removal. They are by far the most adverse type of company I have ever seen in my life. But either way, that is neither here nor there. The family is moving in, and shortly thereafter they move in. The wife, which is played by, I forget the name of the actress right now. I am terrible with names. She does a fantastic job playing the role, by the way. She is acting very strange shortly after moving in, to the point to where she starts becoming hostile towards her own family, making them peel potatoes, yelling at the husband. Nothing quite violent or anything of that nature. David J. Espinosa's films are very tame when it comes to violence and gore and things of that nature. There is none of that to be seen. His movies rely on a great story more than anything, and I appreciate that a lot. A great story goes a lot further than a lot of splatter effects, in my opinion. But that is another day, another dollar, another story. But she's acting strange. The neighbors eventually tell the husband about what has happened, and I've already filled you in on the previous tenants. They give him a card to a guy named Father Bob, and Father Bob is played by David J. Espinosa, who is doing his best Johnny Cash impression. It seems like in this, he looks so badass like Johnny did. He was pretty cool looking. Plays a cool role. You meet him and he's doing just push-ups and doing shirtless push-ups, like he's a badass right from the get-go. But he comes to the house one night and they have a dinner, and while he's there, he is basically assessing the situation of what's going on with the wife, Katie. And Katie is not very welcoming to Father Bob at all. She is very snooty towards him. Has smart remarks towards everything he has to say. It definitely goes very south very fast, and eventually the Father Bob decides he's going to leave. Now, the father eventually, the dad of the family eventually comes up with a plan with one of the other daughters, because they have two daughters. They both are played very well. On top of that, the family dynamic of the acting is done very well, and they are very believable as a real family. So I thought the actors did very good at their jobs of performing in this film. Now, I'm not going to give away anything else that happens inside the film itself. I want you guys to watch it. I definitely do not want to give away any spoilers on the end, the final showdown between the wife, Katie, and Father Bob. It is very good. It is a little abrupt. That's all I'm going to say. I wish it lasted a little longer on that aspect. But I feel like this movie runs at a perfect time at that hour and 37-minute marker. Sometimes when you get up above that, my attention span gets a little shortened, and I want to move on. And if the movie's good, it's justifiable. Now, on to the three things that I love my movies to meet. The first thing is the audio. The audio is very good for this independent feature. It is very crisp, cool, and clean, as I like to say. There is no bumps in it that make you lose the audio. There's no distractions from outside noises. There's no having to rewind it and replay it because the actors said it in a fashion that was hard to say, hard to hear. It runs very clean on that aspect, so I'm going to give it an A on that. Now on to dialogue. Dialogue is where everything lies in a David J. Espinosa, Greg Aaron's duel. They make a great team. Which Craig plays one of the neighbors. He plays the neighbor Bill, by the way. The dialogue is written very well between both of them. They did a very good job, very great job at keeping you your attention in the movie with the dialogue, because this is a very dialogue driven film. It is not, like I said, filled with gore or grime or guts or crazy special effects. It isn't. There is none of that here. This is very, very story driven, which is powered by the great dialogue. So I'm going to give it an A+ on that end. Now, on to the final thing that I like to judge my movies on is editing. The editing is very nice. It keeps a nice forward momentum, never loses its pace, always keeps you wondering what's going to happen next, never has any weird jump cuts that make no sense to it. It's a very, very seamless editing job in this. I'm not sure who did the editing for this, but they did a very good job with it. Much better job than I feel like than Love and Quarantine, in my opinion. Which is not a good, not a bad movie at all. Love and Quarantine is good, but I feel like The Evil That Lives Down the Street is a better film in all aspects. I just really clicked with the story a lot more this time. So I'm going to give it down to its final score of 1 through 5. It's going to get a 4 out of 5. It is a much better film in my opinion. I can't wait to get to Demon Fighter, and I believe The Crumbs is the other film that I'm going to be doing from them. I will be doing those in the future. I probably not next week, but the week after, I will get to one of those and do another review. Now, with all that said, mind all that out of the way, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I hope you have a fantastic day. I love your faces. And as always, peace.